Greetings, everyone. Well, today we look at three different adaptations of a classic action-adventure hero. I'm, of course, talking about Robin Hood, who has had many faces over the years. Well, today we'll take a look at three recent acquisitions to my Blu-ray collection, showing three of the faces, three of the many faces of Robin Hood on Blu-ray. Today on the Multimedia Chronicles. Welcome back. Alrighty, so let's take a look here. Let's start with the oldest one first, and what many people consider to be the best ever Robin Hood movie ever. From 1938, starring Errol, Flynn, The Adventures of Robin Hood on Blu-ray. Now this basically has all the same content as the 2-disc special edition DVD that came out a few years ago, but I should mention, just by way of bragging, how much I snagged this classic for. Again, at the 5 for $20 Blu-ray bin at the pawn shop up Island. Yeah, $4. Got this for $4. And they had 2 copies. So I just grabbed one. What can I say? Spread the joy, that's what I say. So somebody else will be lucky and excited to find it too. But I couldn't believe it. I was like, what's the matter with people up there? Why would you not hang on to this? This is a freaking classic. Yeah, I swear 1938 was like the year of Technicolor. Because you had The Adventures of Robin Hood, you had Gone with the Wind, and you had The Wizard of Oz. All of which were like just spectacular Technicolor spectacles. And then in 1939, did we have more Technicolor spectacles? No, not really. It just kind of disappeared for a while. It's like you had this explosion of color in 1938, and then it just disappeared for like almost 20 years. And then in the 50s, it started to come back again, and then eventually became the norm. But yeah, it's kind of weird. I never really understood why that is. I should probably do some research about it and find out. And maybe I'll tell you when I get around to doing the full-length review of that. I'm sorry to say I have not actually watched any of it yet. I've just had so much other stuff to watch that, and somehow watching a classic action-adventure movie with Errol Flynn just didn't seem right for Halloween. And, I just wanted to immerse myself in death and horror and more death and more horror. So that's what I've been doing. But now that, we're kind of getting past that and branching out a little more, I mean, still obviously I'm doing the horror reviews, and those are going to carry on for a while yet because I've got a ton of them. I might slot that in somewhere when I just need a break from all the bloodshed. But I understand, from what I've heard anyway, it's supposed to be a fantastic transfer. And I know Warner Brothers rarely disappoints with their transfers. Speaking of Warner Brothers, we have another one from Warner Brothers. Another update of the legend. Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves. Yeah, which many people say, oh God, why would you pay money for that? Well, I got this from the $8 bin at a recent just random Walmart sale. Whatever. It's Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves. I hadn't actually seen this all the way through since it was in theaters. This is the extended cut as well, and it's got quite a plethora of extras on there, which is quite cool. I don't know. Honestly, despite its problems with the obvious problems, with Kevin Costner not having a British accent and blah, 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 blah. Unlike some other Robin Hoods, I can speak with an English accent. Yes, thank you. Anyway, I think there's a lot to like about this. I don't think that What's-Her-Face, who plays Maid Marian, was the greatest Maid Marian ever. But, Kevin Costner, I thought he certainly looked the part. Morgan Freeman as his buddy, I thought he was fine, nice mentor character. Christian Slater, he was alright, I generally like Christian Slater. It depends. I have seen him in some kind of stinker roles before. I wouldn't say this was his greatest role ever. And there's another version of Will Scarlet that I think was far more better played and more interesting, which I'll get to in a moment. And come on, I was going to say Patrick Swayze as the Sheriff of Nottingham. But that's not Patrick Swayze. Why can't I remember his name? That is Alan Rickman. Why did I blank on that? I love Alan Rickman. I am familiar with a large chunk of the body of his work. I don't know why I blanked on his name. Must be because it's late. Anyway, Alan Rickman as the Sheriff of Nottingham is an absolute hoot. And I think most people will agree he pretty much steals the show. Yeah. But, yeah, whatever. I mean, I think it's alright. I think it's a fine little time waster. I don't think it's the greatest version of Robin Hood ever. That would be this one! Robin of Sherwood, the mid-'80s series from Richard Carpenter, starring Michael Praed as Robin of Locksley. And I'm happy to announce they just announced Set 2 is coming to Blu-ray as well. Now, this series has been available on DVD for a few years. You may recall way back when I had Set 1, but I never got around to picking up Set 2. Well, man, I have become like a little Robin of Sherwood fanboy all over again after watching this. I marathoned this whole set in like 2 days. I mean, it was just fantastic. It has never looked or sounded better. It's just... yeah, if you're a fan of this show, get this Blu-ray. You will not be disappointed. It has all the same content that was on the DVD sets. The only difference is all of the episodes have been retransferred straight from the original 16mm negatives, and it looks fantastic. I mean, it is literally never going to look better than this. So check it out. It's very, very good. Let me give you a quick look at the packaging and stuff. So nice, nice slip cover there. Very good. This is from Acorn Media. So the set can be a little pricey. I forget what I got it for. I think I paid about $40 for it on eBay. And just one second here. We actually do have... I'll just take this out for a moment here. So the series itself comes on 3 discs. There's 13 episodes total in this set. And then the 4th disc... Actually, they put the 4th disc at the front for some reason. The 4th disc is a DVD with all of the extras that were on the DVD sets. So that's pretty cool. So then you have this book, Legend, which is just fantastic. Just give you... well, yeah, you can't... There's a few pictures in there, but for the most part, this is a really detailed, in-depth essay about the making of the entire series, not just the episodes that are in Set 1. So be warned, there will be spoilers in that book if you are not familiar with the series. But yeah, a really insightful, interesting look at the making of the show. So between the book, which I believe is new to this set actually, between the book and all the extras on there, you've got tons of stuff to keep you entertained and enthralled. Yeah, so Set 2 is coming out very soon. I knew it had been announced in the UK. I wasn't sure when it was coming here or if it was coming here, but I'm glad to see that it was actually just announced a few days prior to me filming this video. I don't know when this video is going to be going up, but yeah, but it's coming. The set is coming. Well, and I guess this video has come. You're watching it. Hello, this is the video. Yeah, so anyway, 3 very different versions of Robin Hood. I guess technically, chronologically, they would go like this. It's funny because if you watch this, you'll notice that just about every single version of Robin Hood that has come after it draws at least partial inspiration from this version. This is the first, like, darker, grittier Robin Hood. And Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves very much follows in the footsteps of this in a lot of ways. And yeah, apparently Morgan Freeman's character was originally going to be named Nazir after the Saracen character in Robin of Sherwood, but then someone informed them that actually Nazir was a creation of the show. It's not part of the original legend. But ever since Robin of Sherwood was the first Robin Hood to feature a Saracen as one of the band. Yeah, bet you didn't know that. And every single version of Robin Hood that has followed, with maybe a few exceptions, has featured a Saracen as part of the band. Well, that's thanks to Robin of Sherwood. That's where that started. A little bit of trivia for you. Anyway, I love me some Robin Hood. I know that the Richard Green series is actually available on DVD in a complete series set from Mill Creek. My mom has, I forget if she has the complete series or just the first season. They've also put it out in season sets. She was a huge fan of Robin Hood growing up. It was like one of her all-time favorite heroes. So she was really delighted to hear that I had kind of picked up the torch and am also becoming a big fan of Robin Hood. I've always enjoyed the character. This has always been my favorite version, though, by far. I love the fact that it's darker and grittier and has like supernatural elements added in and stuff like that. So Yeah, so basically, probably when I get both sets, I'll do like an in-depth video about these ones, about this one, and I'll probably just throw a little bit more info about this in as a bonus, because I kind of relate these two together. Like, while I was watching this on PBS, this came out in the theaters, so yeah. Anyway, and this one is definitely going to get a video of its own at some point, because there's a lot of stuff to cover there. And, I mean, it's a classic. Come on. You got to talk about the classics a lot. Alrighty. So, only 3 titles today, but 3 very good ones. If you're a Robin Hood fan, you should have at least these 2 in your collection. I will leave this one up to your own discretion. But these 2 for sure, without question. And they both look fantastic on Blu-ray. Well, apparently this one looks fantastic on Blu-ray, and I can tell you for certain this one does look fantastic on Blu-ray. Alrighty. That's it from me to you for now, folks. So until next time, thanks for watching, and sayonara. Greetings, everyone. Well, today we take a look at some recent acquisitions featuring several different adaptations of a classic, one of the original action-adventure heroes. In fact, I think he may be one of the very first, unless, of course, you go all the way back to Greek mythology. But the first that sort of comes... Fuck, shut up. The first ever! Before Robin Hood, there was nothing! Except the Bible and ancient... Yeah.